Wonders of the world. Various lists of the wonders of the world have been compiled, from antiquity to the present day, in order to catalogue the world's most spectacular natural features and human-built structures. The Seven Wonders of the Ancient World is the oldest known list of this type, documenting the most remarkable man-made creations of classical antiquity. It was based on guidebooks popular among Hellenic sightseers, and as such only includes works located around the Mediterranean rim and in the ancient Near East. The number 7 was chosen because the Greeks believed it represented perfection and plenty, and because it reflected the number of planets known in ancient times, 5 plus the sun and moon. Many similar lists have been made for other regions of the world or for the entire world, or which include natural wonders instead of man-made structures. 7 Wonders of the Ancient World. The Greek historian Herodotus 484 c. 425 BC and the scholar Callimachus of Cyrene c. 305–240 BC at the Museum of Alexandria made early lists of 7 wonders. These lists have not survived, however, except as references in other writings. The classic 7 wonders were Great Pyramid of Giza in El Giza, Egypt, the earliest of the wonders to be completed, as well as the only one that still exists in the present day. Colossus of Rhodes in the harbor of the city of Rhodes on the Greek island of the same name. Hanging Gardens of Babylon in Babylon, near present-day Hilla, Babel Province, Iraq, or Nineveh, Mosul, Nineveh Governorate, Iraq. Lighthouse of Alexandria in Alexandria, Egypt. Mausoleum at Halicarnassus in Halicarnassus, a city of the Achaemenid Empire in present-day Turkey. Statue of Zeus at Olympia in Olympia, Greece. Temple of Artemis at Ephesus in the city of Ephesus, near present-day Selçuk, Turkey. Lists from other eras. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, some writers emulated the classical list by creating their own lists with names such as Wonders of the Middle Ages, 7 Wonders of the Middle Ages, 7 Wonders of the Medieval Mind, and Architectural Wonders of the Middle Ages. It is unlikely that any of these lists actually originated in the Middle Ages, especially considering that the word medieval was not invented until the Enlightenment era, and the concept of a Middle Age did not become popular until at least the 16th century. Brewer's Dictionary of Phrase and Fable refers to them as later lists, suggesting the lists were created after the Middle Ages. Many of the structures on these lists were built much earlier than the Middle Ages, but were well known throughout the world. Typically representative of such lists are Catacombs of Qam el-Shakafa, a 2nd century funerary complex in Alexandria, Egypt. Colosseum, a 1st century amphitheater in the center of the city of Rome, Italy. Great Wall of China, a series of defensive fortifications built across the historical northern borders of China, with some segments dating to as early as the 7th century BC. Hagia Sophia, a 6th century cathedral and mosque in Istanbul, Turkey. Leaning Tower of Pisa, a 12th century bell tower in Pisa, Italy. Porcelain Tower of Nanjing, a 15th century pagoda on the south bank of the external Qinhuai River in Nanjing, People's Republic of China. Stonehenge, a Neolithic henge monument in Wiltshire, England, dated to the 3rd millennium BC. Other structures sometimes included on such lists include Cairo Citadel, a 13th century Islamic fortification in Cairo, Egypt. Cluny Abbey, a 10th century Benedictine monastery in Cluny, Saône-et-Loire, France. Ely Cathedral, an 11th century Anglican cathedral in Ely, Cambridgeshire, England. Taj Mahal, a 17th century mausoleum on the south bank of the Yamuna River in the city of Agra, India. Recent lists. Following in the tradition of the classical list, modern people and organizations have made their own lists of wonderful things, both ancient and modern, natural and artificial. Some of the most notable lists are presented below. American Society of Civil Engineers. In 1994, The American Society of Civil Engineers compiled a list of 7 wonders of the modern world, paying tribute to the greatest civil engineering achievements of the 20th century. USA Today's new 7 wonders. In November 2006, the American national newspaper USA Today and the American television show Good Morning America revealed a list of the new 7 wonders, both natural and man-made, as chosen by 6 judges. The Grand Canyon was added as an 8th wonder on November 24, 2006, in response to viewer feedback. 7 natural wonders of the world. Similar to the other lists of wonders, there is no consensus on a list of 7 natural wonders of the world, and there has been debate over how large such a list should be. One of many existing versions of this list was compiled by CNN in 1997. Aurora, in the Earth's high latitude regions around the Arctic and Antarctic. Grand Canyon, in Arizona, United States. Great Barrier Reef, off the coast of Queensland, Australia. Harbor of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Mount Everest, on the border of Nepal and China. Karakutan volcano, located in the state of Michoacán, Mexico. Victoria Falls, on the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe. New Zealand Wonders of the World. In 2001, an initiative was started by the Swiss corporation New Zealand Wonders Foundation to choose the New Zealand Wonders of the World from a selection of 200 existing monuments through online votes. The Great Pyramid of Giza, part of the Giza Pyramids, the only remaining wonder of the traditional 7 wonders of the ancient world, was not one of the winners announced in 2007, but was added as an honorary candidate. New Zealand Wonders of Nature. A similar contemporary effort to create a list of 7 natural, as opposed to man-made wonders chosen through a global poll, called the New Zealand Wonders of Nature, was organized from 2007 to 2011 by the same group as the New Zealand Wonders of the World campaign. Iguazu Falls, on the border of the Argentine province of Misiones and the Brazilian state of Paraná. Long Bay, in Quang Ninh province, Vietnam. Jeju Island in the Jeju province of South Korea. Puerto Princesa Underground River in Palawan, Philippines. Table Mountain, overlooking the city of Cape Town, South Africa. Komodo Island, one of the 17,508 islands that comprise the Republic of Indonesia. Of Indonesia. Amazon rainforest, located in Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Bolivia, Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana. New Zealand Wonders Cities. New Zealand Wonders Cities, a third list organized by New Zealand Wonders and determined by another global vote, includes entire cities. Durban, South Africa. Vigan, Philippines. Havana, Cuba. Anna, Cuba. 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 Anna, Cuba. Anna, Cuba. 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 Anna, Cuba. 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 Anna, Cuba. Anna, Cuba. Anna, Cuba. Anna, Cuba. Anna, Cuba. Anna, Cuba. Cuba. Anna. Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, 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 Beirut, Lebanon, Lebanon, Doha, Qatar, Qatar, La Paz, Bolivia, Bolivia. 7 Wonders of the Underwater World. The list of 7 wonders of the underwater world was drawn up by SETM International, an American-based nonprofit group for divers that is dedicated to ocean preservation and research. In 1989, SETM brought together a panel of marine scientists, including Eugenie Clark, to choose underwater areas which they considered worthy of protection. The results were announced at the National Aquarium in Washington, D.C., by actor Lloyd Bridges, star of TVC Hunt, Palau, Belize Barrier Reef, Belize, Great Barrier Reef, Australia, deep-sea hydrothermal vents worldwide, Galapagos Islands, Republic of Ecuador, Lake Baikal, Russia, Northern Red Sea, bordered by Saudi Arabia and Yemen on the eastern shore, and Egypt, Sudan, Eritrea, and Djibouti on the western shore. Seven Wonders of the Industrial World. British author Deborah Cadbury wrote Seven Wonders of the Industrial World, a book telling the stories of seven great feats of engineering of the 19th and early 20th centuries. In 2003, the BBC aired a seven-part docudrama exploring the same feats, with Cadbury as a producer. SS Great Eastern, British ocean-going passenger steamship, launched in 1858. Bell Rock Lighthouse, in the North Sea off the coast of Angus, Scotland, completed in 1810. Brooklyn Bridge in New York City, United States, opened to traffic in 1883. London's sewerage system, serving London, England since the late 19th century. First Transcontinental Railroad, 1912 mile 3,077 km, continuous railroad line connecting existing rail networks in the eastern and western United States, completed in 1869. Panama Canal, 51 mile 82 km artificial waterway crossing the Isthmus of Panama and connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, completed in 1914. Hoover Dam on the Colorado River, spanning the border between Nevada and Arizona in the United States, completed in 1936. Seven Wonders of the Solar System. In a 1999 article, Astronomy magazine listed the seven wonders of the solar system. This article was later made into a video. Enceladus, a moon of Saturn, the Great Red Spot of Jupiter, a massive and persistent anticyclonic storm in the planet's southern hemisphere. The asteroid belt, a region of innumerable small solid bodies located between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Jupiter, 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 Jupiter. The surface of the Sun, the oceans of Earth, the rings of Saturn, Olympus Mons, an enormous shield volcano on Mars and the tallest planetary mountain in the solar system. Other lists of wonders of the world. Many authors and organizations have composed lists of the wonders of the world that have been published in book or magazine form. Seven Wonders of the World is a 1956 film in which Lowell Thomas searches the world for natural and artificial wonders and invites the audience to try to update the ancient wonders of the world list.